Here it is, a beautiful and special combination of recipes for some of the most fantastic tacos you're ever going to eat. Chicken and beef. How to do them in a tostada, how to make a beautiful taco salad. Guys, it's delicious on today's plate.
Well, howdy folks, welcome to Texas Cooking Today. This is one of my recipe videos. Now guys, this is a fun recipe. It's going to be really enjoyable for you. And if you get to the end of this video, you didn't get everything you needed, the next video, that's a tutorial on the same exact recipe. Folks, right now we are in Clyde Warren Park. This is downtown Dallas. This park is actually built on top of a freeway. Right now there are hundreds of cars and trucks and buses flying underneath us. Here we are enjoying the day up above. This is the way we do parks in the big city. So folks, take a beautiful view here.
Well, aren't those good looking? This is Mia's Tacos. Now, let me, before we get into the tacos, tell you who Mia is. Mia is a nice lady that checks me out frequently at a 7-Eleven that I use. This is a very nice lady. She is extremely professional, very kind, and also one of my viewers. And as one of my viewers, she knows that she has the right to request a recipe, and I'll gladly kick that out. So this is Mia's request for tacos. Now Mia, this one's for you. These are going to be some very special tacos with very Texas and Tex-Mex and also Mexican flavors involved. We're going to be using a lot of different ingredients, and this is going to be a good sized meal, easily feeds a family of 4 to 6. So let's get busy. Let me show you these fantastic ingredients. We're going to make some fantastic tacos. Come on. As you can see, we have a beautiful array of ingredients here. There's all kinds of stuff. Let's start over on this side. I've got some sirloin. We're going to be using ground sirloin. I've also got some chicken breasts. That's a boneless, skinless chicken breast. And on my other ingredients, we're going to be using cilantro and some jalapeno peppers, some sweet peppers. These have no heat in them at all. They're just sweet and delicious. Avocado. We've got some green onions here, of course, shells, taco shells, and tostada, and also some chips. I've got a couple of different kinds of cheese here, guys. This is actual Mexican cheese. This is called queso fresco, and it is delicious stuff. Right here, this is a processed product. This is processed pasteurized cheese. This is an American-made thing. It is still made of cheese, believe it or not. We'll get into what's in that in a little bit. We have tomatoes, onions, and in our spices, I've got salt, oregano, cumin, paprika. We'll be using some lime juice and also some chipotle sauce. Folks, this is fantastic tacos, ramped up to a level you've never had tacos before like this. So when you try them, you're going to love them. The first thing that needs to be done is to start the marinade on the chicken, because this takes the longest, and while this is marinating, we'll be making other things for these tacos. Go ahead, combine all of your ingredients, your lime, your hot sauce, the paprika, salt, and cumin, all in that bag. Just pour them in there, shake it all up, put it in the fridge, and let it marinate for up to an hour. There it is, guys, that queso fresco. Just go ahead and crumble it up so you'll have it ready for your tacos. Well, folks, it's time for us to go ahead and make that guacamole. So if you would, just peel your avocado, and then once you get the de-pitted, put those halves in there. Use a fork to mash it together once you've put your salt, lime juice, and your hot sauce in there. I recommend about 1 to 2 tablespoons of the lime juice. And you're going to use about 1 to 2 teaspoons of your hot sauce and about a half a teaspoon of salt, sometimes up to 1 teaspoon. It's time that we make our pico de gallo. All I'm going to do here is I'm going to take these, I'm going to open them up, Remove the core, and I'm going to fine dice these into about 1/4 inch square dice. I'm going to make 1/4 to 3/8 inch square dice out of some onion. I'm going to be slicing these tomatoes so I have nice pretty little rings, about anywhere from a 1/16 or no, actually maybe anywhere from 1/8 to 3/8 of an inch thick. I'm going to go on the shorter side of that, 1/8 to 3/16 actually. Salt, I have a half a teaspoon of salt there, and anywhere from 1/4 to 1/3 of a cup of lime juice. Put it all in a bowl, mix it all up, and you've got pico de gallo. Once you get that pico de gallo all mixed together in a bowl, go ahead, put a cover on that and get it under refrigeration. Just keep it there until you're ready to serve. Don't forget to slice up those sweet peppers and those green onions as wonderful toppings for your tacos. In addition, you're going to need some of those cilantro leaves ready to go. Now guys, once again, when you're making your queso dip, you're going to be cutting up a lot of these. Use those gloves. Dice up that onion the same way we did earlier. Then we're going to be adding all of this together in a pan. First to cook the onion, then I add in these, and then we get busy making very, very good flavored cheese dip. I'm going to get started up slicing my meat now. I'm going to slice it, grind it, and then I'm going to use 1 pound of it for making my tacos. Guys, I've got my onions in my pot. My chilies are all diced up and ready to go. My spices are measured out and ready. I just need to get a little oil in here and get this guy started. What I have done is sweated my onions for about 7 minutes. Then I added those chilies and sweated them for another 7 minutes with the onions. At that time, I also added my spices, the paprika and salt. I cooked those in. Now I've added my cheese, melting it down, and as soon as it's melted, guess what? I've got my cheese dip. So this is great also. You can put this on your tacos, you can put it on a taco salad. It's just delicious. Look at that, guys. We have this beautiful chili con queso. That, folks, is my lucky 7. Oh, and it is tasty. Easy to make, tasty, fantastic on things like taco salads. Well, we have everything ready. We have our pico de gallo ready and in the refrigerator. The guacamole's ready in the fridge. We have our queso fresco, it's ready. The lucky 7 cheese, oh, it's ready to go. Everything is all set up with the exception of we need to cook our chicken and we need to cook the beef. Now the chicken, I want to be cooking it for about 7 to 8 minutes on each side. Usually when I do this for myself, it's right at 8 minutes per side on that chicken. And essentially what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be poaching it in its own marinade. And it's a really cool way of cooking. So it's easy to do and it comes with great results. Something else, once we're finished halfway through the chicken, which is 8 minutes in, that's when we're going to start our hamburger, the beef, that sirloin that we chopped up. And we're going to season that up and get it cooked up. Also, we have our taco shells. Don't forget to heat those. Put them in the oven. But here's the trick. Put them with the open side down. That way they don't go flat on you. What you're going to need in the way of quantities and what I've used today, as far as your shells and all of that, you're just going to have to figure that based upon how many people are eating, okay? And basically what those people's preferences are. So your taco shells and tostadas and things like that will be based on quantity of folks. As far as what I made today, we were using 1 pound of the ground sirloin, 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. Those are about medium-sized breast. We're going to be using some of that chopped cilantro. Some of this, just use your bare leaves, are wonderful on tacos, but also anywhere from 1/4 to 1/3 of a cup of chopped cilantro in that pico de gallo. Okay, now also for your pico de gallo, we're going to be using 4 jalapenos, and that's 1 diced onion. Also the tomatoes. For the tomatoes, My recipe is normally for Roma tomatoes, and in that case you would use 2 Roma tomatoes, but here I'm using the equivalent in these beautiful little grape tomatoes that give us that better shape. For our guacamole, it's a base model guacamole, folks, so it's very simple. It's just the avocado with some salt and some of that pepper sauce, and that's pretty much to taste. You're going to want about a half a teaspoon of salt to a good size avocado, and then about a half teaspoon to a teaspoon and a half of whatever kind of pepper sauce that you want to use. Also in that, we're going to be using a little bit of that lime juice, and generally that's anywhere around 1 to 2 tablespoons of lime juice for a base avocado dip or guacamole. On our cheese, we're of course using a crumbling cheese. We have the onions here and the sweet peppers just as items to slice and place over the top of those tacos. So use those as you wish. The same way with the cilantro. If you want to do some sliced tomatoes for the topping, you can do that also, but you also have that in your pico de gallo. The queso fresco crumbles easy, so don't worry about that. You don't have to grate it or anything. Here we have our processed cheese, and this is going to be 1 pound of processed pasteurized cheese to 7 jalapenos and 1 medium onion. Guys, this is my lucky 7 dip, and that might sound like a lot on the jalapenos, but I want to show you how to cut out the heat from a jalapeno and leave the flavor. Good stuff. When it comes to our spices back here and other ingredients, we're going to be using the salt and oregano and cumin and paprika in our beef, and that goes as 2 teaspoons, 1 teaspoon, 1 teaspoon, and 1/2 to 1 teaspoon of the salt to 1 pound of ground beef. For our chicken breast, the marinade on that, we're using 1/4 to 1/3 of a cup of lime juice, 3 to 4 tablespoons of Tabasco or Cholula. This is a chipotle sauce, so try to find a good one. And also for our other ingredients in that marinade, we're using paprika, cumin, and salt. So there you have it, guys. As far as how much, you'll be using about a teaspoon of cumin, about 2 teaspoons of paprika, and about 1 teaspoon of salt in that marinade. There it is. Several different recipes going on right here, and we're going to bring this together in a beautiful harmony. And don't worry, it may look like a lot of work, but once it goes together, it's a fantastic meal for plenty of people. Everything's all made, it's all laid out, and if you want to be cool about it, just turn it into a buffet for the family and let everybody fix theirs their way. But mine, I'm going to show you what I'm going to do with these wonderful little goodies. Now let's go ahead and get our tacos all dressed up. Boy, I tell you, I wish I could work quite this fast, but you know, in life, things don't always work out that well. This first one, I'm just going to deck it out with some of my favorite ingredients. A bit of guacamole and some chicken and a bit of pico de gallo. And then after that, let's throw a few other toppings on there, like some of that cilantro. And next, some cheese. Oh, yummy. You know, you just can't get enough of these good things. A bit of onion on there, major good. Let's dress up the plate, make it look nice and pretty. After all, we eat with our eyes first. So it needs to be pretty and it needs to have color. Now guys, regardless if it's a taco or if it's a tostada, you fix these things up your way. This one I want to do beef, this one I want to do chicken on, and well, we're going to deck them out the same way I did that tostada. So let's get a pico de gallo in there, some of that cilantro, a bit of cheese. Oh yeah. Isn't that gorgeous? Now let's pick up that chicken taco. We'll put some onion in there and some peppers. Oh yeah, cilantro and some of that cheese. Fantastic way to do a taco. And once again, make sure your plating is pretty. Now on that taco salad, it's easy enough. Let's drop a little lettuce over the top of that. And then we're going to give it some beef And then we're going to give it a little cheese. Let's ladle it on. Come on. There we go. Now time for the cheese. Nothing like my Lucky 7 chili con queso to go over the top of a taco salad. What a fantastic way to top it off. But let's add a little more. A little onion, some sweet peppers. Oh, look at the color. And garnish. There we have it. 3 gorgeous dishes. Okay, Mia, there you have it. Mia's tacos right there, ladies and gentlemen. Taco salad, tostada, and a couple of beautiful tacos back there. You know, the best part about tacos is enjoying them. Oh, yeah. Oh, man. Guys, I love food like this. I was raised on it. It's delicious. You should never miss out on an opportunity for tacos. Please give these recipes a try and enjoy them. And thank you very much for watching this episode of Texas Cooking Today. Folks, you have a good day. Bye-bye.
There it was, folks. Beautiful recipe. If you didn't get everything that you needed in this video on this recipe, the next episode, guys, that is a tutorial on this exact same recipe. So please check that out. I would like to say thank you very much for watching Texas Cooking Today. If you would, I have a bee interested in my camera. If you would, please take a look at my channel. If you would, please click that like button, subscribe. And folks, please have a good day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye-bye.